Yo, when you check your screen, you know what time it is, right? It is Forex trade time. And today I'll be building more on support and resistance. Yes, I'll be doing that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified when I drop a content. We talked about support and resistance, and we said in an uptrend, we want to see resistance is broken, then they become support, then we'll buy from them. That is to say that in an uptrend, what you want to overcome is the resistance, but where you want to buy from is from support, isn't it? Now, what I'm trying to say in essence is in a, an uptrend, you are not going to buy until price come to your support. As simple as that. In an uptrend, you're not going to buy until price come to what your support. Now, this is what we're trying to say in essence, right? Buy what from a support level and do what? Sell from a resistance zone. Okay, let me change this from level to zone because I think I started building the foundation to that, and I began to tell us how the price could actually dip into it, into your support and resistance level. And some of us might get perturbed and like, we have established that fact already. And we said in an uptrend, when we have a high, a low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, we are not buying until price comes to this zone. This zone, that's what we are saying. Now pay rapt attention to this, please. Like I said earlier, we're not going to name this level anymore. We are advancing, right? We are advancing. So if you haven't watched my previous video, please go back and do so. Now this level, this new let's say this old high that was taken and this protected low, right? Anything below this protected low, trust me, it doesn't make this valid anymore. So what we're saying in essence is from this protected low to this old high that was taken is what our new level of support is, our new level of support. So what do we expect to see? We want to see price come into that zone, react to 1 or 2 point of interest, then boom. So it necessarily doesn't have to be what just this level. Like I stated, it doesn't have to be the level, it is the zone that becomes what this was old high serving as a resistance that was broken. Now this resistance broken, right? This resistance broken and the current support becomes what in between the resistance and the current support becomes our what new zone of what support. It becomes our new zone of support. Are we getting it clearly? So that's what we have been saying, and that's what I meant by buy from a support zone and sell from a resistance zone. Very simple. So in a downtrend, also we want to see price create a low, a high, a lower low, lower high, boom, lower low, right? Now it's as simple as it is. Now let's say this is our protected high, isn't it? Meaning this is our current what resistance, true or false? This was a support that was broken, right? Very simple. So what we are saying in essence is the support is now our resistance. That means we are having a new resistance and the old resistance. Very simple. Just like as this case may be, we are having what a new support and what the old support. Just very simple, right? The zone gives you two support level, first support level and the second support level. Here we have what the first resistance level Support broken has become the new resistance, become the second resistance level. So anything can happen around the zone, but if price decide to go above this resistance, then the zone is not validated or is invalid, isn't it? So what we want to see price do is to see price tap into, at least even if it's this, creating a double top for us. Boom, you could see this happens in the market, and I'm going to show us a few examples on the chart so we have a clearer view of all of this. It's very simple. Let's name this first support. Now, like we said earlier, when price made that movement, when price made this movement, this was our first support. Breaking this resistance now makes this our second support. This is not like what you think it should be. You feel this should be first or second. No, have this at the back of your mind, and this is your first. With this, you'll be able to track your support and resistance level effectively. When price made this high, right, we have what? Our first resistance. First 1R. Then when price broke the support, right, the support now broken became or becomes our new what? Second R. Very simple. Very simple. So you know that the first guy in the class is very protected. You know how it is in school now. You dare not touch that person coming first in class. It's more like looking down on his ability. So that's what it is right now. It's as simple as it is. Let's go to the chart and see what it is. Sorry, I'm going to zoom this a bit so we get to see. I'm going to zoom in a bit so that we have more of this to be seen. So very simple. This is an example of an uptrend. Boom, from here to here, an uptrend. I'm going to come back to the difference between BOS, break of structure, and change of character, choke. I'm going to come into that, but for now, let's know this effectively, and then we are good to go, and we are good to practice on our demo. Now, price eventually did this, created what? This high, right? Then we have what? A low. This becomes what? This becomes our first support. This resistance, when it's broken, look at it, price, boom, broke this, help us to break this resistance. Now when price broke this resistance, right, look at it, boom, right, this becomes what? Our second support. But look at what price did. Price did not react on this second support. Instead, price came close to what? Close to our first support to react from. You could see, very simple, very simple. And price took out the old high again, came back to retest. Now, in this very case now, you could literally see what has happened here. What has happened is very, very simple. Boom. Price, I don't need to draw the line. You could see price reacted on this new what? Support level to gain its momentum so that it could further buy. Then we have what? We had a change of character. Very simple. So let's look into let's look into the sell model also. Very simple. Where should we start from? Okay, when price created this low, made a high, took out the previous low. Very simple. Price took out this previous low. Don't forget, this resistance now becomes our first resistance, then this becomes our second resistance. So let's draw this as a case may be, just like I thought of. Price came in, boom, tap into the second. Very simple. This happens on and on in the market. If you know this, trust me, you're good to go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're not doing yourself any good. Do well to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell or button, as the case may be, so you'll be notified when I drop a new content. Peace.
Subscribe.